Hold on, my face is... It's not healing. Great. That's good to know. The sirens. Alright, this is just a small little stream to go out to both my channels to let everybody know what the hell's going on. So first things first, I want to start off by saying that tomorrow is going to be the culmination of 6.5 months of hard work, and in the SRT case, 4 fucking years of hard work. Tomorrow is going to be the culmination of all of that. Because I've been running Spiral for going on 5 years, actually. Yeah, just about. No, 8 years, actually, because that first stream was on YouTube. That's right. It'll be the first... This is basically going to be 8 years of hard work coming to fruition, which I'm really excited about. Just a reminder, just for anyone hopping in, tomorrow we will be doing the Trifecta Challenge for Samaritans, as well as to celebrate my anniversary on Twitch and YouTube. I've been a streamer for almost going on 10 years now. It'll be 8 years officially tomorrow. We will be running the Trifecta for this event, and we will be doing so to raise money for Samaritans, a suicide prevention organization based in UK, London. A partner of mine I have been friends with for about 5 years now. I've collaborated with them for nearly half a decade now, and I'm happy to continue doing so. One of the most important things I want to bring up is that, first and foremost, every $3 donated is used to save a life. Every $3 donated is used to answer an emergency call or an emergency email, just to get a hold of someone who's in need. So I will be stressing that a lot during the stream tomorrow. I am currently in the middle of putting a playlist together, because I don't care if this one gets copyrighted. I can easily just highlight it, and we can all just watch it on the Twitch or on my YouTube. I'll just do something about the music later. But remember, the whole thing is we're supposed to be having fun tomorrow. I'm going to be stressed out a little bit because the Trifecta is exhausting, but it's really fun. But yeah, this is just a little bit of a stream to get some Q&As if anybody wants to ask anything. As for what the plan is, essentially, after the charity stream, I will be taking a full week off of streaming because, again, 6.5 months of planning and 8 years of work to get this far as a streamer as well as a speedrunner. So I'm going to need some rest. I've been running on monsters solely for the past week and a half. I will address what's going on as an update to the situation where I had to remove a certain somebody from my life. Someone I had been friends with for over 20 years. But I will go into that tomorrow, probably at the very beginning so it doesn't interfere with all the festivities and fun and stuff. And yeah, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, as usual, thank you so much for all of your support. It has been an incredible near decade as a streamer. I just a little bit of like a backstory kind of thing. I never thought I would make it this far, like as a streamer or just in general. I never thought I would. First of all, I never thought I would be married. Like I'm obviously it's technically, but Britt and I have been together going on. We've been together going on 8 years, and we've been married for going on a year and a half. Because we officialized it, I believe, in March last year. So when I still look like a bald testicle. Long story short, I had to get my head shaved because COVID. I didn't have COVID, but I couldn't take care of my hair because every store that I needed to go to get my products was completely sold out due to COVID. So people were stocking up. And so my hair became a mess, and it tangled, and it was just a nightmare. So now, about almost a year later, it's nice and regrown because that's how long it takes me now. Getting old sucks. But I'm really nervous about tomorrow. I know I've said that, but I can't really put into words as to why. This doesn't feel like another charity stream to me. This doesn't feel like what they normally feel like, where I'm like super excited. Like, yes, I'm happy to help people, but there feels like there's a little bit more pressure. And I think that's solely due to the rerouting I've obsessively been putting time into the past week, going on 2 weeks. And I'm just letting you guys know, for every PB I get tomorrow, I'm donating $25. I did check my finances. I do have enough to be able to donate to tomorrow's cause without screwing myself financially, food-wise, and bill-wise. My bills are paid. Oh, the internet. That one doesn't hit till next month, so I'm fine with that one. Like I said before, I'm putting together currently a playlist for music for the charity stream. It's gonna be copyright. I don't care. I'm trying to mainly focus on like upbeat, like hyper energetic music to help keep me hyped the entire stream. Because yeah, I'm gonna be scarfing down monsters, and this is the last time I'm ever doing this, monster wise. Charity stream wise, I'll definitely be doing a lot more now that I'm feeling better. But yeah, I'm gonna be fucking hyper as hell the entire day, and possibly night tomorrow. Remember, this on a good day is an 11-hour stream, so we'll see how it goes. But with the routing, we should save over 2 hours. I did the math today after I'd finished today's run. I also have a promise to keep, because I promised you guys that by the end of today's stream, I was going to play the song that I've been obsessed with the past few days. So I'll let that play in the background while I continue to talk, and just let you guys know what all is going on. The progress of focusing on my mental health has made significant strides. I'm feeling significantly better than I did. My physical health is still fucked because, again, I'm out of shape, but that's a work in progress. But my mental health, I'm completely devoted to getting my health back on track. Like, for those who don't know, I had a bit of a breakdown last month where I had this realization. It's like, I've spent my entire life putting others first. I put my own health on the back burner because I always feel like I have to stay strong no matter what. Which, staying strong no matter what is not the negative part of it, right? It's the fact that I felt the need to do so at the risk of my own health. So, to kind of edit my, I guess, outro at this point, because it's synonymous with that, I've got to say that, put your health first. Like, help others when you can, but don't sacrifice your own mental health for the sake of others. That's different if you're able to balance both, right? You're keeping yourself healthy and you're helping people, like I'm currently doing now. But I put way too much time and energy into people that did not deserve it, and my health suffered tremendously. I still want to cover this. But yeah, this is the song. I'm trying to think, because there's a lot I want to go over, just to kind of let people know, like, things are better. I guess you could call this an update stream kind of thing. The reason why I'm broadcasting it to Twitch and YouTube is just to show that Restream is working, and so both my audiences can get the message at once. It's like, streams tomorrow. It will start at 9 a.m. Central Daylight Time. I will be officially jumping back into the trifecta, which, just a reminder for anyone new to my streams, because we've gotten a lot of new people. Thank you so much for helping me reach over 300 followers on Twitch. We're very nearly to partner. We just need the viewership. But, again, not what this event's about. It's for the charity. Bit of a backstory. As you guys know, I am a 2-time survivor of suicide. I am a, trigger warning, male rape survivor, domestic abuse, and child abuse survivor. And in those experiences, through learning to heal and move forward, I learned how to help others through those experiences. Like, help them heal, and in severe cases, even talk them down from suicide. Since I was 14 years old, I have helped over 500 people and continue to do so to this day. Now with the addition of making sure I don't put my health on the back burner to do so, which was a big problem I had for the longest time. Let's turn up. There we go. So, I will say this, though. Suicide has always been a very important theme to me. It's always been a very important cause to me, to prevent it at all costs, because I'm a firm believer, as someone who survived what I call the darkness, where you're at such a level of depression where no amount of love and kindness can reach through you. Only you can pull yourself out of it. And it's unfortunately what cost Chester Bennington his life. Some people don't survive it, but after surviving it, my main determination was to be that person, that support system. Like, hey, I know you're fighting battles under the surface. I believe in you. Kick its ass. You know, just really royally kick the ass out of mental illness, because I have 6 or 7 of them, and they're not fun. I'm super excited. And also nervous, like I said. This isn't a regular charity stream. This feels bigger. This feels way more impactful, because there's so much more going into this than what I normally do. I will put direct links to the campaign page as well as the donation page, so you guys can take a look at what the cause is about, as well as to donate if you so choose. I also must stress that I do not ask you to donate if you do not have the funds to do so. This is simply if you can. Yes, the money is needed, but do not sacrifice your own well-being. Like I said, I will hopefully, if I get all 3 PBs tomorrow, or even if I just get one, I'm going to donate $25 per PB. The goal is $100. It's not much, but the goal isn't a limit. It's just what you want to start with. I'm hoping we can raise up to 300 tomorrow. I know that's a lot, but at the same time, we have over 300 people on Twitch. If everybody in our community just donated $1, we would reach that goal 3 times over. The $100 goal, I mean. So that's what I'm encouraging. But again, only if you can, because I know the feeling. Money is fucking miserable to keep these days, with groceries skyrocketing and bills being criminal, putting it mildly. It's very difficult to keep those finances. But yeah. So just a review. I'm building a music playlist for tomorrow. We're definitely starting with Saint Asonia, because it's just a really good fucking band. I'm going to put some 3 Days Grace in there, Shinedown. I've been requested to sing Simple Man again, because apparently I did a poll on my Instagram, and that seems to be you guys' favorite cover of mine. So I'll work on that in my free time today, and try and nail that one part that my voice kept cracking on. Like I said, Shinedown, 3 Days Grace. Seether, obviously I've been big into them lately. Crossfade, late 2000s, early 2010s band that really didn't get enough love, but they're really fucking good. I'm trying to think of who else. Obviously Breaking Benjamin and Starset, hence the song. Just to let you guys know, the song's name is Waiting on the Sky to Change feat. Breaking Benjamin, and it's gone. Where the fuck did it go? Where did it go? There it is. Starset Online is the name of the band. But the song is called Waiting on the Sky to Change, and it's featuring Breaking Benjamin, which, absolutely beautiful song. I will be covering that eventually. I don't know, there's so many thoughts rushing through my head about this. Like, 8 years is a long time to devote someone's life to something. Like, obviously I've been devoting 14 years to humanitarianism, and that's a pretty big accomplishment, but I didn't want to make a anniversary stream about that, because that's supposed to be about the humanitarianism, right? I do that for the sake of doing it. I don't do it with any ulterior motive. I do it just to see people feel better and heal. And I wanted that to be what this stream was. At the same time, since I'm already grinding the trifecta, I thought, why not do it for charity? Because it's the longest category on the leaderboard. I'm serious when I say that. And it's enough of a long stream that we can build up viewers and possibly donations over time, which was the main reason I always choose the trifecta. Another thing I was thinking about when planning this whole event was how I was kind of burning people out on that category, which is why I've put so much time into grinding out a new routing for each of the 3 games. I will say this and preface this right now. I did not finish routing any of the 3 games. I'm primarily done, but there's a few worlds left in Spyro 3. There's I believe only 2 in Spyro 1, and then there's 1 world only in Spyro 2 that I am missing rerouting. That's how close I am to rerouting everything. And this new routing, as I mentioned during today's stream earlier, is world record. This is the exact routing that is used for the world record that is now on the leaderboard. I believe held by Surf, whose trifecta run specifically we've been learning the routing from. And I am pleased to say that Despite all the hell that Metro Speedway gave me in Spyro 2 the other day, not only was I able to learn the routing, which today was significantly easier for some reason. I learned all that in less than an hour. But I'm more than ready for tomorrow. I think I've got the majority of the routing memorized, and for the stuff I haven't rerouted, I've been told I'm good to go. At least for tomorrow. If I'm going for world record, not so much. But for tomorrow's event, yeah. I just need to get PBs. The other thing is, I want to clear up some misconceptions. I have never and will never take credit for saving someone's life when they themselves use their own strength to pull them out of the darkness. And I realize my phrasing does not give that impression, so I'm trying to work on that. And instead of saying, oh, I've saved over 500 people, because that sounds conceited, and it's wrong, because I didn't do shit. You know, I gave them advice, I talked them down, but it's they themselves who use their own strength to save themselves. What I instead will say is, I simply encourage them to use the strength they already had. They just needed that encouragement, they needed that positivity to help them stay strong. And to any of my adopted siblings listening, so D'Anthony, Max, Kyla, Haley, Eggs, Polar. Polar's one of the newer ones. Love you guys, and I'm proud of you, all of you. It's been a rough fucking year for everybody, but I am significantly proud of you guys. Oh, wait, Ian, that's the one I forgot. Sorry, Ian. Oh my god. But it's been a rough year, honestly. I'm very happy to have made it to this day. I've been in therapy for going on like 2 months now, and it's helped me out big time. I've been able to cope with stuff that I haven't even been able to process for the past few years, so that's very nice. I'm even starting to heal from everything that happened last year, that happened one after the other, like piling on. And I'll be honest, I kind of had some anxieties about doing this stream because of what happened last year with the Risk of Rain charity stream. I think it was around November. The day of the charity stream, and for anyone who was wondering where that stream went, I found out literally an hour before the stream that Suki had died. My fur baby, my daughter, she was 12 turning 13, and I had her since I was about 15, 16 years old. She was a daughter to me. I raised her, and yeah, that kind of fucked me up. To make matters worse, when I tried to bury her, an animal, I'm just going to assume it was an animal for the sake of my sanity, unburied her and disemboweled her. So I tried to bury her deeper. And when I went to visit Suki's grave to make sure, one, that she wasn't disturbed, and two, that she was at peace, I found her in pieces all over the woods. I'm not even being dramatic when I say that was one of the most traumatic scenes I've ever fucking seen in my entire life, was seeing my own child in pieces. I'm in a much better place mentally now, but yeah, that fucked me up, honestly. There's been a lot of real life drama for me. I've had some disputes with family. I'm not going to go into details out of respect for the family members. Regardless of how I feel about the whole thing, it's not public, information needed kind of thing. It's not life-threatening or anything, but things have been rocky a little bit. But the main thing, and I've been getting a lot of questions about this, is what happened with the Thomas situation. For those who don't know, Sunscale the Grey, aka Thomas, who was one of my closest and oldest friends from childhood, so over 20 years, was revealed to be a statutory rapist. He is 25, and he was directly going after a 16, 17-year-old boy. And even though it's technically legal, it did not rub me the right way, both as a survivor of rape, again, sorry, content warning, but as someone who had just gone through this kind of thing with Billy last year, who blew his brains out when he was exposed. So I cut Thomas off, and then I warned my community, hey, this isn't cool. We do not condone these actions. We do not condone this behavior. This is not okay. And what should have been like a clear-cut case of, okay, cool, thanks for warning us, was, isn't it technically legal? What's so wrong about it? And it's like, it taught me something, right? It taught me that just because something is legal does not mean it's right. And again, people argue like, aren't you and Brittany years apart? It's like, yeah, but we're both in our 20s. Neither one of us was in or directly out of high school. I was 21 turning 22 when we met, and 22 when we started dating. Brittany's in her early 30s and I'm in my late 20s now. So there you go. It's like a 6-7 age gap. But I'll be honest, that shit still haunts me. Both because I was brutally attacked on and off stream, on my Discord and outside of my Discord. There were people that were being logical and like, oh, well, it's technically legal, so it's fine. And I'm like, whatever you believe, fucking fine. I'm just not okay with it, right? But then I got attacked on my stream, and my audience was attacked by the people known as Ishii and Spirit, who were close friends of mine for a while, but then just became the biggest shit disturbers on the planet, so I just didn't talk to them anymore. And then Thomas himself made a brand new account to come back to Discord and attack me on my Discord, which is why I just deleted the whole fucking conversation, because I was just done with it. I will say that, and I mean this entirely sincerely from the bottom of my heart, I did what I thought was right at the moment. I was acting as a survivor of rape and someone who had already had to deal with a similar situation like this a few months back. And whether or not my insincerity came across as intended is not really something I could control. I did everything I could to protect my audience, because we have people in my community, like me, who are survivors. We also have people as young as 15 and 16 in our community, so I have a responsibility to them to provide a safe environment in my community. And that's what I tried to do. I was more than anything more surprised about who attacked rather than the fact that I was attacked. That situation's been entirely dealt with. Thomas has been banned and removed from everything that I'm in, including Humans United, which I handpicked him for, so of course I feel guilty about that. And as for moving forward, I've decided that just for the sake of my sanity, that I will just be more strict on who I'm friends with and just be more careful and just keep my circle small for right now. I'll still check on my adopted siblings, right? Everybody I'm looking after and who's under my care. And I'll still be nice to people and all that. But as far as like actual friends, I'm going to be very private for a while. Just to avoid another situation like that. Because that left some scars, honestly. And I'm not gonna lie, I see certain things on TV, on YouTube. I watch certain music videos, I listen to certain lyrics, and the first thing I think of is, did I do the right thing? It wasn't until tomorrow's the therapist appointment, so I guess that would be 2 weeks ago now. My last therapist appointment, where my therapist is the one who brought it up to me, and she's like, no, you did the right thing. Not only did you do what you thought was right, and it turned out to be right, you also acted morally and less on legality. And I asked her to explain the difference, and she said, just because something is legal doesn't mean it's right. And it's like, fair. And she's like, and with this kind of situation, it's less of an issue of the legality and more the morality, because we're talking about a grown-ass adult going after a teenager, going after someone who is still in high school, still manipulatable, still very susceptible to unfortunately, emotional abuse. So that was the whole thing that was brought to my attention, and it got me thinking, and it's like, okay, so I talked to my family about it. Weirdly enough, the majority of my family defended it. So, worst people to talk to, I guess, about it. But then I called my oldest brother, Sean, who is one of my biggest heroes as a person. Him and his wife are Britt and I's role models as a couple, honestly. They're great people, similar to Comfort and Adam and Theo. And he explained to me that I was in the complete right, and that this was just really fucked up, and that he hates that that's the age of consent in his state, because Thomas and Sean live in the same state, so they have the same legality. But even to this day, because of just how polarizing it was, we had half the community attacking me, right? And we had the other half like, no, this is fucked up. You did the right thing. So at this point, I'm still haunted by it, but I don't know what to do. So to avoid driving myself insane thinking about it, I've just decided to move forward and just progress with life. It's like, yeah, I still mourn him, because this is someone I was friends with for 20 years, and regardless of how horrible of a person or not horrible of a person they are, that's going to sting. But I still feel like I did what I needed to. And I just really hate that my sincerity did not come across as I had intended, and instead got me some of the worst death threats I've ever received. Like, let me put it this way: I tackle racial and political issues because first things first, I don't care about politicians. I care about people that are affected by those political, arguments, or those political rules, I guess would be the term. I tackle these issues because I give a shit. I tackle these issues because I want to make a difference. That's why I created Humans United, was to start with suicide prevention, expand to political and racial issues, and then expand even further to world peace. I know for a fact we can't do it in one generation, but we can get the ball rolling. But the threats I received over that whole situation was worse than anything I've received while fighting racial issues. That's what caught me off guard the most. And where normally I'd just be like, okay, cool, whatever. These are just random strangers, don't know a damn thing about me, making assumptions. These are people I handpicked for my community. These are people I've known for going on 10 years that are defending something that I can only describe as deplorable. So that's the whole thing. It's just I'm trying to be done with it, but it's left some scars on me that I'm still trying to recover from. I still have nightmares about the whole thing, that something's going to happen, that something bad will happen, even though I called it out and was right for doing so, that there's going to be a consequence for it, and that haunts me. And the only thing I do regret is that I went public with it, if that makes sense. Like, I should have just cut him off, explained why, and then publicly made an announcement just saying, hey, I removed this person from our community, not gone into details, and just said they were not on the up and up, and said that it is not appropriate for them to be in our community, considering we have people who are victims of what they did, or something, or not even go into detail, just be very vague about it, and say, hey, if you want to know anything about it, private message me, and put that in the moderator only chat, so that only people that wanted to hear about it or wanted to know could be like, hey, what happened to Sunscale, right? Where's Sunscale the Gray? And it's like, we're no longer on speaking terms, kind of thing. There were many accusations that were made that really fucking hurt, honestly. So for the first one, and this one kind of made me giggle a little bit, because it's like, I don't really have a career. Someone had assumed that I had called Thomas out to save my career, and it's like, I don't have a career. I do this for fun. I make no money from this. Other than the gifted subs Lead gave recently, I don't make money from streaming. This is something I do so I don't blow my brains out from fucking boredom, and so I can interact with people, since I am stuck here 24/7. This started off, no joke, let's say 8 years ago now as a streamer, right? This started off with me just being like, hey, I just want to stream for fun because I'm lonely. I want to hang out with people. I want to spend time with people. And I slowly built up my audience. I met Justin, Bloodbath, who you guys know from my Discord. Thomas and I were building up the Discord. We later on met Darkness and Ethos. Darkness being my business partner, and I still want to make him co-CEO of Humans United, but I do know he has a kid, and I know that comes first, which is fair. But I do offer him the role out of respect if he ever wants to. He's also a co-founder as well. He helped me find it, helped me create it from scratch. Again, we only have 7 members right now, but I do everything myself for the most part, just to kind of take weight off of people's shoulders. I'm asking a lot of people. Asking a lot of people, not a lot of people. I'm asking a lot from people is what I'm trying to say. With Humans United. We have a couple programmers so we can make a website, but that's still kind of not off the ground yet. Because, again, getting a hold of everybody is kind of a pain because everybody's busy, which, fair enough. Life is busy, I get that, especially with lately. But yeah, that's why I started streaming so many years ago, is just I wanted to hang out with people. I couldn't make friends at my job. I couldn't make friends. My friends in real life live super fucking far away, and that's still the case today. And it was nice. It was nice. It's like it started with like 2 viewers, then it went up to 10, then it went up to 30 to 50, and then all the follows came in. And then we did our first charity stream within a year, which was the Soldier Suicide, or Veteran Suicide Awareness. I had to remember the actual name. We raised over $150 for that, which was very nice. And I did that specifically in honor of my uncle, who is a U.S. veteran who has suffered greatly as a result of it. Who is also one of the nicest men you'll ever meet, although he is a human tank. He's like 7'2" and muscular. A very sweet man, though. And that was when I met Dr. House, and I met Toasted Cat. I think Toasted Cat was one of the first ones I met, because I remember him from way long ago. And it was my introduction to the community. I met more Spiral Runners. I found out that stream, which was partially just to prove my anxiety wrong, that I was able to do something like this, put me at number 7 on the leaderboard for Spyro 3, which would eventually be number 5 in the world, hence my YouTube channel. And that's when I decided, hey, I could actually do something with this. I could actually put time and effort into this and have fun with this, which is how it started originally, is I just wanted to have fun with it. Now I'm on that chase where it's like, I want to get the next PB, so I can just be like, hell yeah, I finally did it, because there's like this satisfying feeling you get from breaking through the wall. I've said that term a lot the past few days, so a quick kind of summary of what that is. When you speed run with a route, you will eventually hit a wall where you cannot overcome. Like, you'll hit a specific PB and you can't overcome it because that's the limit of the route. So learning new routes over the years and breaking through that wall several times was satisfying. It was something I was proud of myself for. And I was like, okay, I can combine my love of speedrunning with my love of humanitarianism. And that's when I started doing the yearly trifecta streams, as well as once I made affiliate, because I made a promise that when I reached affiliate I would do a charity stream every 6 months. I've been pretty good about that, but it's been less than 6 months each time, which is probably why I'm so tired by the end of it. And that's kind of where we are now. Is I did more of those charity streams, and then I started to do more casual playthroughs during the weekdays, which was fun, and I'm still going to do that. I actually have a new series planned. I pre-ordered it today. Hint, hint, the game that comes out this month, the DLC that comes out this month. I'm very excited about that. Unfortunately, I no longer have Thomas to play with. See, that was the other thing, is like this whole situation got me to realize how much of my life that he was in, if that makes sense. Like, whereas I have my wife, right, who likes to play video games, but nothing that I like to play. Thomas and I would always be like the Soulsborne bros. We would play Dark Souls together. We would play Remnant from the Ashes together. We even included Peyton as our third. And then when I cut off Peyton, we included Eggs, who you guys know as Lemon, who's one of my adopted siblings. He, because they're both, became the official third of our group. And now, after cutting off Thomas, I feel like all of that is gone. I lost several groups of friends because of that whole incident, and I miss them dearly. And that's part of why I felt so guilty about all of it, is like, hey, not only did I lose someone I've been friends with for 20 years, albeit for the right reasons, I still stand by that, but I also lost hundreds of friends that were connected to it. And yeah, you could say, you still got a small group of friends. Not really. When it comes to people I would talk to on a daily basis, there was only actually 2 or 3 I would regularly talk to. It was Thomas, Eggs, and it's either Sean or Nick. Because Darkness and I used to talk a lot, but again, he's a father, so full-time responsibility. So I don't really have that anymore. And when you couple that with the fact, like you guys who've been on my social medias know, I've been losing friends left and right. Some of them are the reason why I've been tackling racial issues, because they were murdered as a result of racial issues that are completely ignored, I might add. But it got me thinking, I don't have that many people left. Like, my family is pretty much almost all dead. There's like maybe a handful of us left, and then we're the end of our family line. They're gone. My mom is dealing with heart issues. We're not really talking at the moment, but again, not going to go into why. My father enables it, sadly. I'm very close to my oldest sister, Crystal, my oldest brother, Sean, and Patches, although Patrick's a DJ. He's living the party life. I can't really be like, hey, come visit your baby brother. I know you're a big-time DJ in St. Louis, and you're touring and everything, but here, I'm going to be selfish and tell you to say, fuck that, come see me. You know what I mean? I'm not going to do that to him. Family does that to him, sadly. So I had the realization through this whole thing with Thomas, like I don't have many people left, and I do thankfully have my wife and my babies, and again my siblings, but I just I don't know. I've been fighting this mentality that I'm going to lose everything, and not because of some unseen threat, but because it's happened before. I've been in a place where I completely felt isolated from the world around me, and the only one who was able to pull me out of that was the very first girl I dated back in high school. That's an interesting story. um, it was my first experience with that darkness that I mentioned earlier, where you're in this void. Not, it's kind of hard to put into words. It's more, it's more an experience than it is a feeling, if that makes sense. Like, you feel like you're isolated from everything, from all of creation, not in a non-religious sense, obviously. And no matter how much someone tries to cheer you up or tries to make you smile, they cannot get through to that darkness to get through to you. And it is what I can only describe as hell on earth. And that emotion, that feeling, that event, that thing, whatever you want to call it, alone is the whole reason I started my humanitarian efforts. And one of the biggest supporters of that was Thomas. Every major accomplishment I've made in my life, and there's not that many, right? I obviously technically married, 2 beautiful babies, big time streamer. I'm not famous. I'm just happy to make people happy, and I like hanging out with people. Graduating high school, like every single accomplishment I've made, he was there for me. So whereas Billy, who was like closer to my brother, it was easy to just be like, oh, yeah, we were close, but it's easier for me to disassociate myself from him now that I know what he was. With Thomas, it was much more difficult because I found out everything in person. He came into my home and lied to my wife and I's faces about how old the person was. Thomas is 25, the person was 16, 17. He told us to our faces the person was 18. It wasn't until the next few days later that on my Discord, when he made a new account, he publicly said in the Discord that the person was 17 and then said he was catfished. And it's like, and the way I looked at it is, like, catfishing or not, you still willingly, as a grown-ass man, went after a manipulatable teenager still in high school. I cannot fucking abide by that. I cannot stand by that. I let alone can't enable that either. So that's why I did what I did. But when it comes to the streaming thing, the other accusation was that I did it for the money. Like, for those who don't know, I was in a financial tough spot because, again, I'm unemployed and no one will hire me. Thomas, being the great friend that he was helping us out. Half the time we didn't even ask him. He just noticed we were struggling and sent me money. I said, are you sure? And he's like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, don't you need this, right? Like, I would try and send him back half. Like, he'd send me like $40 and I'll send him 20 or 30 back. He'd immediately send it back and said, stop sending it back. I'm fine. So I'm like, okay. And I started to tally whenever he would help us, because I did not want to be a shitty friend. I would tally how much I owed him. It ended up being in the hundreds. So last month, to basically put full effort into paying him back, I paid him $120 of the $150 I owed him. This month is when the drama happened. It would have been today, I would have sent him the final 30. So when the accusation came that I did it because of the money, that fucking hurt, because the whole reason I paid him back was to show that I was being a sincere friend and showing that I appreciated what he did for us by paying him back actively. So I felt completely betrayed. And those were the only 2 accusations. They assumed, oh, you did it for your career. I don't have a career. I stream for fun. The only career I have is Humans United, but that's non-paying. I do that voluntarily. I'd like to make it a for-profit so that I can make money and save lives without risking my fucking health, my food and my financial stability in the process. If I could do that as a job without it actually being for money, right? And that's why I've said for profit. That's what I've been told. Then that should be fine. But other than that, I don't have a career. Speedrunning, not a career, hobby. I don't get paid to speedrun. I do it for fun because it's something I could put my ADHD brain to that's actually useful and beneficial. And the fact that I can now do these streams, right, like tomorrow, that's something I can use my ADHD, something that has always been an obstacle in my life for. So it like between the accusations and the death threats and people literally telling me to unalive myself, I'm supposed to not say that word on YouTube. Um, yeah, it hit hard. And the worst part is, all of this happened, like the second brunt of it when Thomas came back to the Discord with a new account, happened while my wife and I were at Botanical Gardens, which she treated me to in a desperate attempt to cheer me up because I had been so fucking badly affected by the whole situation. So, I, through all of that, I essentially decided that I wasn't going to let it wear me down anymore. It's like I did what I thought I had to do, and that's the end of it. If someone attacks me in the future and says you're a heartless bastard for cutting off your friend, so be it. I did what I thought I had to. And to me, that shows more character than just doing something to save face. Oh, excuse me. Like we see with a lot of movie studios lately. And that whole other topic. And the main thing that was important to me is I was true to myself. I stood by my morals. I stood by my own code. And to me, what he did, in my eyes, was considered statutory rape, if not full-blown pedophilia. And while I understand that people do not agree with it, understandably, some defending it because of the legality of it, I morally cannot agree with it. I cannot agree with those actions that he took. And I feel like I did what I needed to. Back to the charity event. Boy, it almost didn't happen. My wife and I, we believe that was it. Like, we believe there goes the community. There goes everything I put so much hard work into building from scratch in this attempt to do more humanitarian efforts. Thankfully, that wasn't the case. A lot of people stood by me. In fact, none of the community actually left the Discord, which was nice. And where most people, and even the ones that disagreed with my actions, the ones who were logical were just like, hey, you know, you fucked up, but at the same time, you did what you thought was right. Just be more careful in the future. Which is a fair way to look at it from their perspective, but again, I'm still mixed on the whole thing. But the reason I'm doing this stream tomorrow, and why specifically tomorrow of all days, tomorrow is officially 8 years I've been on YouTube and 4 on Twitch. I don't remember the exact day for Twitch, but I always group them together because doing 2 different anniversary streams kind of seems egotistical a little bit when I can just do 1 giga stream with both channels seeing the stream, hence restream. I'm doing tomorrow's stream as a massive thank you to everyone who's gotten me this far, both in life and as a content creator. I know not everybody liked my music, but they've been supportive of me wanting to do more of it nonetheless. I know some of the casual playthroughs did not fucking go well, but I appreciate the support nonetheless. And I know this year has been rough. And I'm sincerely appreciative for everyone who's still in my corner after everything. Never have I been put in a situation where I felt like I was going to be canceled. And the worst part is, to this day, I'm still being given mixed signals as to whether or not I did the right thing. Which is why I still have this initial fear something's going to happen as a result of all of it. But I want to, from the bottom of my heart, sincerely thank you guys for so many years of support and reaching out to me and being there for my wife and I when our daughter died, when my mother was dying again. That poor woman can't seem to stay out of the hospital for more than like a month. And again, it's also self-inflicted. She doesn't listen to the doctor at all. Neither here nor there. And I really hope I do you all proud tomorrow. And to my buddies in the speedrunning community of SRT, SSX3, Luigi's Mansion, Eternal Darkness. This is going to take a minute. Shadow of the Colossus. Resident Evil 7 and 8, and soon to be 4. Thank you sincerely for welcoming me into your communities. I am very happy to be a part of them, and to the SRT community specifically, thanks for being a second family to me. Like, Surf, Toasted Cat, 420 Chef, Chamey, Lead the Pwn, Gaming Mad 92 or 99 or 92. He has two different numbers. 92, 99. That's right. Because it's two different. It's one's Twitch, one's Discord. Everybody. Hatred in the Xenoverse 2 modding community. The Hexington community, who I mod Elden Ring with. Everyone, so much for all the support. It means the world. I'm not intentionally quoting Wendigo. Sorry. It means everything to me. And to know that I can still make such a positive difference in people's lives this many years later, and after everything I've been through, means everything to me. To know that my humanitarian efforts do actually pay off. That it's not just, you know, a shout down a empty void. That I'm actually reaching out. That I'm actually reaching out to some of you and helping. It means the world to me. And to clarify some things, when I say I've saved 500 lives, I do not mean me directly. For every $3 I have raised for Sumerians, every $3 saves one life. We've raised over $300 for charity for Samaritans and 200 extra in total, just in general, for all my charity efforts. I'm trying to decide whether to look at my face or the camera. And yeah, thank you for that as well. Everybody who's donated, everybody who wanted to but couldn't, do not feel bad. I completely understand. There was one charity event I myself couldn't donate, and we made no money that year. I'm still upset about that. But that's why I put money on the side this year to be able to donate tomorrow. And yeah, that pretty much sums it up. I know this was a long one. Sorry, guys. So just to recap, the Thomas situation, I'm still scarred by it, but I'm trying to move forward. My wife has been a huge support system. In fact, she was the first one that helped me realize that what I did was actually the right thing to do, despite all the confliction I was given from pretty much everybody. Family, friends, didn't matter. Just confliction all around. I'm still here. I know I was in a very dark place not too long ago, but I promise you I'm still here, and that will stay. I'm terrified of what the future will bring, because that's just... I grew up in a way where I was always waiting for the other shoe to fall, so I have a kind of trauma response to that. So unfortunately, optimism isn't something I'm very good at, but I promise to do my best with it. And I promise to continue working on my mental and physical health so I can be the best me I can be, essentially, and not for anybody else but for myself. I'm done putting others primarily before my health. I will still help others. I will still reach out. I will talk people down from suicide, help them through their traumas, even just check on them to make sure they're having a good day, or just to make sure they're okay. But I will not do so at the cost of my own health anymore, and you have my word on that. I'm trying to think if there's another big promise I want to make regarding the streams specifically. I have to add something, by the way. For every 3 deaths in the Spyro Reignited trilogy tomorrow, I will do 5 push-ups. I'll figure out how to move my laptop camera so that you guys can like see my floor. Yeah, look at the hoodie. Parents got it for me a few years back. But yeah. So, I wanted to do more Spyro practice after this, so I still will, because I'm determined to just nail the routing. That's what it was. For the Discord, I promised not to do like hours before announcement of today's stream, you know, in general. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do, like I've been doing the past few days, for anyone who's noticed, is I'll put an announcement, say, hey, stream in 30 minutes, hope to see you there. Or maybe an hour to give them more time to see if they actually are able to make it. But yeah, something like that. Limit to 1 ping a day, unless it's like a huge celebration, like, hey, I did this on stream, we need to celebrate. You know, like a platinuming a game, which I'm going to be doing more of now. We're finally finding some sort of stability, so I might finally start doing cooking videos like I originally wanted to move towards alongside the gaming videos. I have my own original music that I've been working on for going on 5 years. I know it's a long time to work on music, but I want to release one of them tomorrow. It's called "I Am Not Your Devil Anymore." It's a very cheesy title, but there's a reason behind it. Um, it basically the whole summary of the song is like my intentions were never are almost never taken as sincere as they're meant to be, as I mean them to come off. And it has caused me so much agony over the years. Like I've lost friends, I've lost family members, even lost exes to it. And yeah, it's just me basically venting those frustrations. And I've never actually shown the song even to Brit, so I'll see if I still have it written somewhere. I'm also going to be working on more covers. I have something very special planned for the 10th because I figure 10 covers, you gotta do something special there, right? Something about the number 10 just makes it very special. And for those who have been inquiring about 2026, uh, yeah, about that. May 31st, 2026, I might actually retire. Both from speedrunning and streaming. I don't want to, but I don't know. We'll see. The years, the whole atmosphere is getting much healthier to be around and much easier to work in. So right now, as things are, I can promise you that that's not the case. But I will say that if things get bad again, then yeah, in 2026 I will retire from streaming and speedrunning and all that permanently. Believe it or not, it wasn't even just the map hat thing that got me thinking about it. It's just the fact I've known so many streamers that are throwing away their lives. Right? They're trying to appease the YouTube algorithm, but in the process they're working themselves to death. And I just don't want to follow that route. Like the streams I get to do now are really fun. That's why I pick specifically games I think would be fun to watch as well as fun to play. So, excuse me. So, for instance, pretty soon I'm going to be starting to speedrun Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, one of my favorite games from the GameCube. It's a shitty game. Like, don't get me wrong, it's poorly made, but it's fun and it's stupid. So it'd just be a nice lighthearted playthrough and lighthearted speedrun. It's also really fun to speedrun broken games. You can exploit so much of the mechanics. But yeah, so the retirement, possible retirement in 2 years, tomorrow's charity stream, upcoming music, upcoming casual playthroughs, which I might as well just say what the next playthrough is. It's going to be the Elden Ring DLC. Um, but before then, I'm going to, if I can get my hands on it, because that one's much harder to find. I want to try and get my hands on, the fuck was it called? Tombi, I think it's called. It's a PS1 classic that everyone's been recommending me for years. And if I can, then that's the next one. DuckStation is a bitch to work with. So, yeah, to summarize, Thomas' situation, I'm done with it. I'd prefer people stop asking me about it. If you genuinely just don't know what happened, that's fine, right? And you're new to my community and you're like someone brings it up and you want to ask me about it, that's fine. But I'd rather not bring it up on stream anymore. Honestly, it like I said, it's still haunting me. I know what I did was right, but when you're given that much confliction, when you're given that much polarizing reactions to it from friends, family, and from even an ex. It fucks with you. It leaves scars. So I greatly appreciate it. Please don't bring it up to me anymore. It just in general, if you can. And as for music, like I said, I have some original stuff in the works. It's gonna be a while. I'm still really nervous, as weird as this sounds, to release my original music as opposed to covers. And I figured it out earlier. It's because when you do a cover, you have something to base it on. You know the keys that you need to hit and everything, but when you make your own music and you've never even sung it, you don't really know, right, until you sit down and really think about it, what keys you want to sing in. And yes, Holographic Squid, I will sing, if you're in the chat right now. There's 3 people. Hi, by the way. If you are here, I am going to sing Simple Man tomorrow, as you requested. I'm also going to do Never Too Late. It is a suicide prevention song, so it fits. Seether Rise Again I'm not gonna sing it. I'm just gonna play it. I'm just saying songs I'm gonna sing as well as some that are in the playlist. See the Rise Again. See their Fake It, which is just a really cool kind of commentary on like Hollywood and stuff. It's a really funny song. See their Country Song, which is just another really fun song. Um, Shine Down, Crow and Butterfly. It's just beautiful fucking song. Star Onset feat Breaking Benjamin, Waiting for the Sky to Change. That's one of the covers I'm working on currently. I was working on that before I started this. Wait, early 3 Days Grace, maybe Home. It's a dark song, but it actually fits. You okay?
Mm-hmm. I'm chatting with a few friends.
Help come fly, I'm gonna say hi.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. Tomorrow's gonna be fun. Really excited. Again, nervous. Trifecta's rough, but I have been putting hours upon hours upon hours of grinding out this new routing, which, if my estimates are right, should save me a total of 2.5 hours. And that's if I don't decide to secretly reroute the final World of Spyro 2 today, like off stream, which I might, honestly. I have plenty of energy. But at the same time, I don't want to get burnt out before I do tomorrow, so I don't know. We'll figure it out. Movie nights I want to do on the Discord. I don't know. We still don't have enough interactivity to actually do a movie night. We were doing like a show night, which if I bring that back, the first show I'm showing people is gonna be Smiling Friends. That show is so fucking funny. It is fucking incredible how they mix 2D, 3D, and claymation all in one show for different effects. It's very similar to how Courage the Cowardly Dog used to mix 2D with claymation for a really otherworldly, terrifying effect. But they don't just use it for horror in this one. Game night, again, not enough interactivity. If we get more people interacting on the Discord, then yeah, I'll set one up. Oy. Casual playthrough is either going to be Tombi or... That's the other thing. I don't know. Part of the reason I've been having trouble with casual playthroughs lately is I don't really know what I would want to stream that I haven't already streamed, right? Because there's certain games that I'm always in the mood to play and can never remember whether or not I stream them. And stuff that the audience would actually want to watch. I know I want to do Lethal Company. That was bought for me on Christmas last year, and I want to play that with friends. With Nick, Sean, probably Justin. You guys know him as Bloodbath. I know him as Justin. I don't know. I just there's a lot I want to play, but I don't know. I don't know specifically what I want to narrow it down to. Again, that could be my ADHD brain. So, I do want to bring up something real quick before we go, because I always forget to bring this up on stream, but I have a thing. Wow, that doesn't sound weird. I have this thing in my head. That still doesn't sound weird. It's called ADHD. And there is a massive problem with people with ADHD, not the people themselves, but ADHD is an issue, where we will want to do something. We have so much energy to do something, but in the process of going to go do that thing, we burn ourselves out and no longer want to do it. That's happened a lot recently. Like, I'll get a burst of energy. I'll get up and clean the apartment. I'm like, yeah, I'll go for a walk. I'll play with the boys. And then I'll maybe do, like, half of it. So I'm working on getting that motivation back, that drive back, and most importantly, that removal of the overthinking back. But, yeah, I think that's about everything, honestly. So, yeah, Thomas, movie night, music, tomorrow's stream. Again, if you guys would like, here is the actual link to the campaign page, if it actually works. Don't worry about it. Give me a campaign link. This is the link to the campaign that we're doing the event for. There you go. Now it's showing. Oh no, my face is gone. It's gone. There we go. Hello, I'm back from the void. Literally. God damn. This is a quick little go over. Since it's the end of the stream, I go at the beginning and at the end. Samaritans is the company or the organization I'm partnering with tomorrow for the fourth or fifth time. These are people I've been friends with for almost half a decade, and they're very pleasant to work with. They are a UK suicide prevention organization based in London. Based in London. And they even gave me some merch I'm going to wear tomorrow. A green shirt that says Samaritans across it. They even gave me a little button to thank me for 3 years of helping. It was really sweet. Rock, I think is her name, is like the head of the whole thing on the Discord. Huge shout out to her. She's been a huge help in helping me figure all this charity stuff out. I might actually try to professionally work for them as an actual job if there's anything I can do. Because again, I want to do a job that I can help people. But again, I also have the paradox where I just don't want to help people for money. So it's weird. My mind is weird like that. I want to help people for the sake of it. And if there's money involved, it doesn't feel genuine to me. But I also need money to live. So I need to figure that out. But yeah, all right. Tomorrow, 9 a.m. Central Daylight Time, we will be doing the Trifecta Challenge. There'll be a lot of singing, a lot of music. I'm going to keep the music a little low so you guys can still hear my voice, but yeah, there's a lot to go over. Sorry. But yeah, thank you everybody so much for watching. If you like what you've seen, hit that follow button on Twitch and subscribe. And if you're watching this on my YouTube channel, which, yeah, it is streaming to both. Okay. And if you're watching on my YouTube channel, where I archive my streams, but will start doing kind of early morning streams there again, like I was before my health went to shit. Hit that subscribe button and that little bell to be notified when I upload. But yeah, love you, appreciate you, and as always, stay strong no matter what. Bye, guys. Can't wait to see you tomorrow. Let's save lives.